First of all, let us create a new file and name it as tictacttoe.py, right? Now we are going to start by importing Tkinter as always. So we'll say from Tkinter import star, and then we are going to import a message box from our library, that is our Tkinter. So we'll say from Tkinter import message box. After importing message box, we are going to make our main window. So we will name it as root. So we will say root is equal to tk, then we will say root dot title, and we are going to name our window as programmatic tag tic tac toe. So in inverted brackets, we are going to say programmatic tag slash tic tac toe. Now we are going to set the geometry of the window. So we'll just say root dot geometry, and in bracket we are going to set the height and width. So the height is 700, and no, the width is 700 and height is 750. So we'll just say 700 plus I into 750, and then we are going to set the position of the window. So we'll just say plus 220 plus 50. Now we are going to say root dot configure and set the background color of our main window. So I use a hash code for our background color. Now we are going to import our photo for our icon of the window. So we are going to say photo is equal to photo image, and in bracket we are going to locate our photo, that is file is equal to, we are going to locate. So we have kept the photo in our graphic folder and named it as plog.png. Now we are going to say root dot icon photo. So we'll just say icon photo, and in that we are going to pass our photo variable that we have made above it, and then we're going to say false and comma photo. That's it. Now we are going to say root dot resizable. So we are going to block the resize button so that no one can resize it, and it will be 700 into 750 only. Now we will just call our main loop. So we'll just say root dot main loop and then close the bracket. Now we're going to run it, and you can see over here that we have our base window, right? Now we are going to import all the images, or that we have images we have made, so that we can use it in our button. So first of all, we will import the images that we are going to use for simple, that we are not going to display X or O, just simple background. For that, we'll just say image photo image file is equal to graphics and slash, we are going to say res, means no res os 0s.png. Basically I have just named our images like like this way, so that it is easy for me to identify that this image is this, right? So I'll just copy it multiple times so that we can use it again. Now we'll just say one image one, now image two, image three, image four, image five, right? Now the last one, the second one will be simple s, and the will be third one will be 2s, the fourth one will be 3s, the last one will be the 1s. Now we are going to import images for the X button, right? For simple X button, so that it just display X but not O. So this will import the buttons for X. So I'll just name it as 0x, simple X, and 1x, sorry, 2x. Again copy it for two times. Now this time it will be 3x, and now it will be 1x, right? Now we are just going to change the name of the photo image variables, that is image1. Instead of image1, we are going to say image1x, image2x, like that. So we'll just say image1x, image2x, sorry, 2x. Now we'll say 3x and 4x, then 5x, right? Now basically we are going to do this for the O buttons. The same goes for the O buttons, right? I'll just say hashtag images for O buttons. Now we'll import, or we can just paste it. Now we are just going to say 0 O, not 0 0 0 O, and then we'll again paste it, again paste it, again paste it, again paste it, right? Because we want it 5 times. So the last one will be 1 O, the last second will be 2 O, 3 O, and the last third will be 2 O. This will be simple O. Now we are going to change the variable names. So I'll just say image1 O, again image2 O, image3 O, image4 O, and image5 O. Right. So this was it. So here we are going to use two variables, that is the clicked variable and the count variable. For the click variable, there is a simple logic. When the click is false, means the click variable is basically a boolean variable. Here, when click is false, then it is O string, right? Whenever the click is true, then it is X strings, right? So basically, we are going to use this variable to toggle between our two players, right? And the another is count variable. The count variable is used to check the tie condition. So basically, how it works is we are going to update this count variable every time when we click a button in our key. At first the count is equal to 0, right? So whenever X will click the button first time, then it will be updated with +1. So 0 plus 1 will be 1, right? And now O string will be there, right? So when the O player will click any button, then it will again say +1. So the count variable will be now 2. Like that, there will be only 9 moves. So whenever the count variable is 9, then we are going to display a tie, right? Because there are only 9 boxes and there are total 9 moves in this game. So we can't have a 10th move, right? So for that, we are going to use this count variable. Now we're going to make buttons. So for buttons, we will say b1 is equal to button, and we are going to place the button inside the root. So we'll just say button root, and we will leave the space for the text. We are not going to set any text into it. Then we are going to set the image that we have imported above. So we will say image is equal to image1, then we will say over relief is equal to flat, relief is equal to flat, and border is equal to 0. Again, we are going to say active background, or first of all, we will say background is equal to a hash code that we have used for main window, right? Active background to the same color that we have used for our main background. And we'll say command is equal to lambda and colon, and then we'll just say b underscore click. That's basically a function that we are going to use or that we are going to make. So let's make it, and we'll say def b click, and bracket we'll pass the b and just pass it for now, right? And now we are going to place our button. So we'll just say b1 dot place, and in bracket we are going to place x is equal to 50 and y is equal to 30. Okay, so let's run it and test it that our button is in the right place. Yep, it is in right place, right? Now we are going to copy this whole button for another 8 times because we want 9 buttons. So in total we have 9 buttons. So we'll copy it. Now we are going to just change the name of the buttons. So we'll just say b2, b2, b3, sorry, b3, again over here sorry, b3, b4, sorry, b4, b4, b5, b5, and b6, b6, b7, b7, b8, b8, and the last one is b9, sorry, 9 and 9. Right. Again, we are going to change the buttons name in our function that we have called. So we'll just say b2, b3, b4, b5, b6, and b7. Okay. For another last three buttons, b8 and b9. Right. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to place the button in the right part, right? Because the first button is in right place, we'll set another X for the second two, then Y for the next three. You can set these buttons as according to your window. I've just set it according to my window that I've taken. So its size is 700 by 750. So according to that size, I have given these X and Y spaces to our buttons, right? Okay, so I've finally placed all the buttons. So over here you can see it. But I have not never changed the name of the images that we have imported. So I'll just change the name according to our images. So we'll just say image 2 over here and image 3 over here. Again, I will say image 2 because we want a simple square box. We don't want any rounded corners. So we'll just say image 2. Again, image 2 because it's the middle button. The fifth one is the middle button. This is the sixth button. So again, we want image 2, that is a simple square. And we want say 1 as we want the bottom rounded box. And again, we'll say 3. The eighth button will be simple button. So it's image 2. And the ninth will be a rounded button. So it will be image 5. Okay, so let's run it and you can see we have placed all the buttons correctly, right?